Bengals, knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kangol, tailor-made, walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser, I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's hear, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it call for the tab, extra with the band, young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the 49ers Lengthy Corner. He's been one of the NFL's best ball hawks this season with 9 interceptions. It's the 49ers and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle.
Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. As CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's...
Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
In recent years, we've seen a lot of love from North Dakota State in the NFL draft, and Trey Lance, he's a great example of what the Bison are sending to the league each and every year. This guy looks like a franchise quarterback. He wants his opportunity to prove it to the rest of the league.
Lance going to put it up right away. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Completes it to Samuel. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
McCaffrey will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Here comes Carter. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And I think really good defenders can snip out those screen passes. Just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the lineman is just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly. Got in there and made the play.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The Niners at 8-3 now. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
They almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Punter Sterling Hoff-Richter out now on 4th down.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for, no gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he stopped immediately there.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Shifts past him at the 45. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were. And you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. And it is now 21-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 7-yard pickup.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
He completes this to Walker, and he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Lance looking to throw it.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit out a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Lance.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive.
And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply,
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And they begin in a glorious spot, to say the least. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here's Walker.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
And Lance now to throw.
Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Trey Lance
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played. Myers connects on the PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and 5. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 15. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go out of bounds, and looks like right at the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
On second down, McCaffrey.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
They'll set up to throw. Got his target, Samuel.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have a Niners first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Let's go now.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Here's 2nd and 8.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel.
34 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
On 2nd and 9.
Lance.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Lance.
Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted.
And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a first down here.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier, and this one's going to get him a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Extra point up and through, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing now is Lance. Throw to Eskridge, complete on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Lance on third down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's been the record of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time here. Lance. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lance looks to throw again.
Looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
And Lance going to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lance
steps away to his left.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down. Now Lance.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Lance looking to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
15 for the Niners there and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Jamal Adams there on tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Niners, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.